My picnic sandwich. I love bringing a sandwich to the beach because it's easy to eat, and you know, I'm just a sandwich kind of gal. I love a great sandwich. Sometimes I'll bring a pasta salad, but really pretty much like chips, a sandwich, a cooler of drinks, and then a special dessert. That's the way I go. So this makes a nice big sandwich, and it's great for a picnic or the beach. And the nice thing about it is you can actually make it the morning of or even the night before. So it's just a kind of a great method, and you can fill it with all sorts of things. All right, let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut this nice big loaf of, this is like a crusty country French bread. This happens to be roasted garlic. We're going to do like an Italian themed layered sandwich. So I saw this one at Festival and I thought, oh, this is great. There's actually pieces of roasted garlic in here. Yum. And I'm going to hollow out that bread a little bit, just with my hands, so that there'll be lots of room to put the filling for this sandwich. And don't worry, I'm not going to eat the whole sandwich. This actually is going to be great. I can leave some for Bob for his lunch while I'm at the beach. He's at home doing garage stuff. I don't know what he does. Like, you have a guy like that in your family. My husband is like garage man. He can spend hours in the garage. I have no idea what he does there, but he loves it, so it's all good. Okay, so I'm just scooping out the middle of that bread, and I'm going to make, you know, I always worry about bringing mayonnaise if you're going on a picnic or going to the beach. So this is a mayonnaise-free sandwich, and but it's got to have a nice spread on it, right? Every sandwich has to have a great spread, so I'm going to use some pesto. If you have a bunch of basil growing in your garden right now, pesto is the easiest thing in the whole wide world to make. Just a whole bunch of basil leaves, throw them in your food processor. You can even do it by hand with some garlic, some Parmesan cheese, and some olive oil, maybe a few pine nuts, and you have pesto. They make all different flavors of pesto now. I've seen a bunch of different flavors of pesto, you know, sun-dried tomato pesto, roasted red pepper pesto, and basically it's the same type of thing. They've taken sun-dried tomatoes and they've grinded them up with olive oil and seasonings and things like that, garlic. I've seen an artichoke heart pesto, which sounds really yummy to me. So I'm going to just thin out this pesto with some more olive oil. And this is going to be the spread for our sandwich. So no mayonnaise, don't need to worry about that. And I'm just going to be real generous with this and coat the bread. And this is going to give it some great flavor. And, you know, if you don't have time to make pesto, no biggie. Just, you have it and get it right in the grocery store. Usually you'll find it in the produce section. Sometimes you'll find it in the, near the olives and the pickles and things like that at the grocery store. You can just pick it up. Not a big deal. I'm a big believer in shortcuts. So on the morning I'm going to the beach, I'm probably not going to be making pesto. But we have a big pesto party every year. Deb does. You know Deb, one of my partners in crime here on the show. And we make a whole bunch of pesto, and we freeze it in little containers. So, you know, if you've got some of that, that's a great way to do it at the end of the season when you need to harvest all that basil. Have a pesto party. We all make different kinds, and then we judge who's the best. So, all right, so I basically just took that bread and just spread that pesto all in there. And now it's just time to start putting the sandwich together. So I went to the deli, got some great Italian meats, salami, prosciutto, pepperoni, and we just get layering here. But whatever you like, whatever your family likes. I found this great. I love sun-dried tomato turkey. It's fabulous, kind of like an Italian turkey. So we've got this Italian theme going on. Maybe some pepperoni. Want a little spice in here. So be creative with this. This is just kind of the method. And then Ireland loves prosciutto. I have to keep telling her, it's really expensive. She can eat like a whole package of it. So I'll put it on like a cheese and sausage tray, and all of a sudden all the prosciutto will be gone in seconds. I'm like, Ireland, whoa, whoa. I love it too, though. I don't blame her. So we'll just lay some of that prosciutto down. All right, now we need some veggies and some green. This is really fun. I've got just a jar of roasted red tomatoes, and just make sure and get rid of some of the liquid. It's really good in this sandwich, especially with the pesto and all those great Italian meats. So you just kind of lay it right there. A little bit of red onion. Bob doesn't do a lot of onion, so we'll just do a little bit. I like a little bit. And then for the greens, you could use a spring mix lettuce, but I thought fresh basil would just be wonderful in this recipe. So just take some of the leaves off the fresh basil. Okay, so now what you do is you put the lid on this guy and you wrap them as tightly as you can. Sometimes you might need a partner in crime to hold one end. And just wrap it super, super tight in this plastic wrap. And then you park it in the fridge. If you can, you want to weight it down, maybe with a heavy skillet or a book. Just wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it. Just a whole bunch. With saran wrap, and then sometimes if I'm packing it to the beach and you really want to insulate it, I'll do a layer of foil around there too, and then just weight it down or press it down, park it into the fridge until you're ready to eat it. And I want to show you what it looks like and how to slice it. So just press, 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 into the fridge it goes. I've got one right here. And then after it refrigerates for a while, either in your refrigerator or if you're making it the morning of, in your cooler, even have the kids sit on it. Basically, you slice it into thin strips when it comes to serving it, and it is just the most delicious sandwich ever. Okay, we'll take a break. They're hurrying me along here.